Hey, RetconRaider here. Before we get started, I'd just like to thank the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, with special thanks to Anerdinwarpaint, Antonio Hernandez, Matthew Holmquist, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Wasteland 3, as we pick up where we left off last time and continue exploring the origin of monsters. That said, I'm not actually expecting to find any significant lore here. As near as I can tell, this is basically just a glorified dungeon crawl. But who knows, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Aside from that, we've also got a few points to distribute, so let's get that sorted. First up, we'll continue boosting Doll's intelligence. That gives her even more crit bonuses, plus 1 extra skill point. And then we will also go ahead and boost her sniper rifles up to 7, which will put her about on par with Jody. We'll go ahead and boost her sneaky too, because that is starting to fall behind. And then we will pick up the concentration perk. That's pretty much a no-brainer. Then we've got Bonkers, and I'll tell you, I'm really tempted to start pumping his speed here, but I think we're going to lean towards intelligence instead, because we're about to grab him a crit-based perk. I think he's actually the only character we've managed to keep down to just 4 skills, so he's doing okay in that regard. Now, we're going to go ahead and pick up the double tap perk. I will be honest, this is one I don't normally bother taking because your average assault rifle just doesn't do enough damage to really justify it. I was somewhat impressed by the harpoon gun we just picked up, though, so let's see if we can lean into that a bit. Okay, let us continue. Let's get Doll front and center. Always best to send the rogue in first. Oh, no, that's cool. Just stomp on the mine we're disarming. Enemy detected. Ooh, that's a big one. Alright, let's whittle this thing down. Okay. That's about halfway there. Boo. Auto crits are pointless if you don't actually land the shot. That should do it, but let's hedge our bets here. Yeah. The shock damage will drop it once it starts moving.
Epic finish.
Lovely. Though, we are lucky it was just the one. We barely took that thing down. Oh boy, okay. Another branching path. Let's do this methodically. We'll go from right to left. Huh. How do we shut these things down? Doesn't look like we can actually interact with them, so I guess we have to track the wiring. Ah, okay. Just wanted to make sure we weren't getting XP for hacking those computers. I mean, it makes sense. We've already cracked the door open with Doll. But you never know how it's going to work in these games. Can't blame a guy for trying. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that seems pretty straightforward. We just need to track down 3 more of these switches, and then we can access that hallway. Okay. We can't interact with this one either. It seems peculiar. That's 2 down. 2 to go. And we do have 2 more branching paths back in the main room, so I guess we'll backtrack and check those out. Okay, back we go. Huh. We can't interact with that one either. Starting to think they might have set these things wrong. Alright, well, we will check the final door. Okay, okay. That gets us another switch, but it's also an immediate dead end. Electro helmet. The good news is that the capacitor gathers charge on its own. The bad news is that the only thing protecting you from shock is a kitchen strainer. Requires weird science, +4 armor. Emits a blast of electrical energy around the wearer. That's fun. Though the damage is admittedly pretty trivial, considering we're now encountering enemies with upwards of 1,000 hit points. Monster Army note. An old crumpled note. The ink is faded but legible. In the bottom corner is a stamp resembling a pair of Dracula teeth.
Mashers! For years you've all been bitching that this place is getting too cramped. Your leaders listened. We took a new nest from a bunch of little lambs, just ready for the slaughter. They thought of their holdings as only a place of safety and hiding, but the wolf can see it for what it truly is. A den, a fort, a castle from which we can spread fear to lambs all across Colorado. Awoo! This place needs to be cleared out within the week. Tell your fellow mashers. We're turning the security system back on, and even the dumbest of you fuckers knows what that means. Get the fuck out. The AI on these bots has been busted for years, and we have no way to make it tell friend from foe, so anyone dumb enough to enter our old homestead will be splattered. To any lamb that got their hands on this note, if you've got the balls, you're welcome to find us in our new home. The Bazaar! Awoo!
Yeah, I think I like New Flab better. Anyway, no real lore there, just basic rationalization as to why there's generic robots guarding this place instead of some sort of fancy Halloween monsters or something. As always, I do understand that they were working with a limited budget, but it would have been nice if they had at least reskinned these things in orange and black. Alright, let's see if we can brute force this tripwire. Okay. So we can actually damage these tripwires, but only with area attacks. We can't target them directly. You know what? Let's try Scotchmo shotgun. That's a lot more economical. Oh yeah, there we go. That's much better than wasting grenades. Oh. Looks like hoppers, I think. Yep, that's definitely hoppers. Whoa, bonkers, buddy. He was really eager to get in there. This shouldn't be too bad. These things are pretty fragile. We just gotta keep the pets away from them. Nice. Oh, let's get some distance. Double nice.
That was awesome!
I agree. Quite awesome indeed. And there's our last switch. That should get us into what I am assuming is the final chamber. I'm kind of surprised we haven't found any monster gear, like cosmetic outfits so we can dress up like the monsters. Really seems like a missed opportunity. Yeah, and as for the electrostatic helmet, I think we're just going to skip it. It's a fun item, but at this point it is a significant step down from our current gear. We'd be losing half our armor and our resistance bonuses in exchange for a fairly trivial special attack. I will say, though, if that helmet actually gave us, like, complete immunity to shock damage ourselves, then it might actually be worth using. Okay, so that takes care of the laser grid. I guess we should knock out these tripwires too. Well, we hit something. Yeah, okay. I think the elevation is mucking with our ability to actually hit the closer tripwire. Oh, right, let's not do it with a pet in tow. Yikes, I was not expecting that thing to be so deadly. I mean, yeah, we could have just set that thing off with explosives, but it seemed a lot cheaper to just burn a couple of healing items. I do still think that's a bug, though. We should have been able to disarm those things. Deadeye Experimental Scope. This electronic scope presents a wealth of targeting information, but only at a limited range. Plus 10% crit chance, but minus 5 meters range. That's a pretty harsh trade-off. I could see it being useful on a sniper rifle, though. I mean, sniper rifles have an excessively long range, and you can make it even longer with other items, so... yeah, I could see that being viable. The Wolf's Mask, an ancient recording from the very first leader of the monster army.
Look, I know what you're thinking. It's a fucking dime store mask. A kid's toy. Am I right? Here's the thing. It ain't about the fake fur or the rubber teeth. It's what's behind the mask that scares the shit out of people. You put that mask on, and you're invisible. You can do anything, and I mean anything. When they look at you, they may not see the monster at first, but they will. It's just a matter of time. Now put that fucking thing on and go scare the shit out of some people.
Okay, so if the original leader of the monsters wore a wolf mask, then it definitely wasn't the Cyclops. Oh, hello there. Yep, I'd say this certainly looks like a boss fight. Let's go ahead and boost Ian's nerd stuff. We'll worry about retcon later. Anyway, yeah, if we can actually hack one of these things, it should make the fight pretty trivial. Let's go ahead and get our guys set up here. And down some squeezins. Might be overkill, but better safe than sorry. Long way, you're up. Nice. And just like that, we've basically won. In fact, let's not waste the decoy if we don't have to. Oh my. Yeah, we've already won this. And once again, Ret on cleanup. All right. Now we just have to gently poke this last guy to death. Oh, I guess Scotchmo just decided he didn't want to attack. That's cool.
Epic finish.
Minor hitch there with Scotchmo, but yeah, I'd say that went pretty smoothly. I wonder if this is supposed to be based on a real location. I mean, obviously not a real theater, when it's only got like 25 seats. Lethal Lance. Their armor is useless in a scrap. Lance only needs a tiny gap. +1 penetration. Nice. Also inappropriate. Alloy vehicle plating. These layered armor plates were salvaged from wrecked tanks. Very heavy, but amazingly tough. Interesting. Nociception clamp. A microcomputer attached to the brainstem gates pain signals to the user. As a result, injuries are far less likely to result in incapacitation. +2 downtime, plus 100% crit resist. I don't know about that one. I mean, it's definitely useful, but I don't know if it's exciting enough to justify tying up a utility slot. Movie reels. The films on these reels appear to be damaged. Hopefully, something can be salvaged. Alright, I think we are done here. I believe we've covered all the rooms, hit all the containers. I would like to do one more pass, though, so let's hit the pause button real quick, and we will pick up once we're ready to leave. Be right back. And we are back. I did not find anything. I believe we were pretty thorough. But I did do some off-screen research, and I now believe that this place is actually loosely based on the Survival Condo Project, a luxury bunker complex hidden somewhere in the western half of Kansas. So geographically, we'd be in about the right spot. I don't know if it's actually intended to be the same location, but you can definitely see some visual and thematic similarities, so it was at least an inspiration. Aside from that, we've got more points to distribute, so let's have a look. And I think we're going to go ahead and boost Retcon's strength. We are getting towards the latter half of the campaign at this point, so it's about time to start thinking about armor upgrades. He's sitting on plenty of skill points, but I think we're going to keep those banked for now. I could definitely see areas where they'd come in handy, but nothing so urgent as to need an immediate boost. Once we hit level 16, though, then we'll have another perk point to play with, at which point we'll go for either heating element or pressure cooker. Moving on. Alright, now we could head straight back to the bazaar, but I figure as long as we're down here, we might as well do a bit of exploring. We obviously don't want to get too sidetracked, but I figure we can at least afford to fill out a couple of spots on the map here, and then we will round things out by turning the movies over to Eidolon. Aha. Abandoned building. An old grain silo sits next to a burned-down farmhouse. Smells like mold. Well, let's have a closer look. Time to see if anyone left anything interesting behind. You find a padlocked stash. Time to get out your tools. Well, that paid off. Look at this loot. Partial set of tactical armor. Well, I'm not going to complain about free loot, but yeah, we're basically past that at this point. We are primarily looking for commando or trooper armor, I believe. Yeah, I think we're fine. Let's see what else we've got out here. Whoop, okay, stop. Can't go any further east. That apparently requires level 3 radiation shielding. O'Leary family. A gaunt man in an overloaded old truck stares at you as you approach. His gaunt family sits beside him.
Howdy, name's O'Leary. Say, you're them Rangers, the saviors of the refugees. Boy, are we glad to see you. In fact, was gonna donate this at your HQ when we got to CO Springs, but you're here, so here you go. Anyway, we ain't ate in a while. Was hoping we could trade you some things for money to eat.
He rummages behind his seat, then hands you a duffel, which apparently contains a cluster bomb. That is pretty fantastic. I believe that is actually one of the best weapons you can possibly get for your Kodiak. You refugees haven't been given a fair shake. We're gonna take care of you.
Well, that's good to hear, Rangers. Thank you. We'll spread the word in the camps.
How are things out east?
Worse every day. Haven't seen a marshal out our way for over 2 years. It's like the Patriarch abandoned us.
Yeah, well, based on everything we've seen, that is accurate. He's basically just using the marshals to prop up his regime at this point, while lying to the people about how safe they are. Anyway, let's see what you got.
Oh, thank you. It ain't much.
Not much of note here. The Savage Armor is a slight upgrade, but not enough of one, I think, to actually justify the expense. Yeah, we'll hold off on that. Whoop, okay, so, can't go further north either. Noted. I wish they marked the radiation a bit more clearly. Quick spot check for mutations. Alright, I guess we're headed southwest. Then we'll head back to the bazaar.
Hey, y'all! How long's it supposed to leave a fella on the fire before his skin crisps up? It's about 5'10" and 130 pounds. Appreciate the help.
Delightful. Hey, there we go. Well, not the most exciting find, but Loot is loot. Oh, we're in the dunes. That's where all those cut locations are. I think we've strayed just about far enough. Let's start heading back. Ambush. There have been a lot of new things under the sun since the apocalypse. Giant frogs is one of them. Sorry, make that 3 of them. 4? Uh-oh. Now, these guys I remember being very overpowered back when the game first launched, but they've released a lot of balance patches and bug fixes since then, so they might have tempered them. I mean, these skill checks are definitely on the lower side. Knowing that frogs have sensitive hearing, you lean on the Kodiak's horn and hit the siren. The frogs cower and edge back, giving you a chance to attack first. Two on the right, 5 on the left. Oh boy. Really? Okay, I may have made a terrible mistake. These things have about 1,500 hit points apiece. Okay, let's, you know what? We're gonna cheese out. Yeah, we'll, see if we can hold them off on the left and just have the Kodiak start doing a lap around the map. We'll have to repair the Kodiak after this, but that is a price I'm willing to pay. We'll go for leg shots where possible. Slow these things down. The big problem here is going to be when the zoo crew activates. They're going to rush right in, might get torn to pieces. Alright, make a gap, please. I was really hoping that would do more initial splash damage. Turret out. And there goes the pet pals. Good luck, guys. Alright, let's pancake a few more of these things. Ah, nice, I got all three. Less nice, I've also irradiated half the zoo crew, so that's fun. Yep. Sorry. Okay, we are good. One more tap will do it.
That's over. These combats are killing me.
Oh boy. Health check. Oh, look at that. Looks like the zoo crew actually weathered that better than I thought they would. Okay. Let's get the Kodiak patched, grab our loot, and be on our way. Wait, did we seriously not get any drops out of that? Man, these guys suck. Yeah, definitely not worth it.
That'll do nicely. Thanks.
Okay, let's go wrap things up. Oh good, we're actually right around the corner.
Guns sanctified with blood, blood sanctified by guns.
Yeah, baby!
Just, let me brace myself.
Ah, our clown-slaying knights in shining armor. You honor us by visiting our little theater.
We've got those movie reels from the bunker, but they look pretty damaged.
Let's see what we've got here. Damn, this looks pretty bad.
And more rep with the monsters. Seems a bit excessive at this point. Can you, still use them?
Where there's a will, there's a way. Just stand over there and look cute while I check this out.
She holds the film reels to the light, an eye squeezed shut, tongue poking from the corner of her mouth. What's the verdict?
Well, I won't lie. They aren't exactly what I was hoping for. But we can salvage this. So here's what I'm thinking. The film is falling apart, and I can't get a full show out of any of them. But I'm seeing bits and pieces that we could totally use with a bit of imagination. Let's examine the reels together, and we'll come up with a story worthy of Chicks Flicks. Here, look at these. Do you see a good main character?
She holds some decaying film clips up to the light. Okay. You know what, the whip thing's too obvious. Let's not make this easy on her. We see a barefoot man in a tank top, sneaking through an office building.
Maybe he tries to sneak through the shadows and he's spotted. But not by a guard, no. Plot twist! The person spotting him is his former lover, and their passions rekindle instantly into lewd office sex.
Yeah, that would have that would have made for a very different movie.
That's a great setup, but we need to decide where it takes place. Here, look over these reels.
A car racing down a road. Lightning strikes and the car accelerates to ludicrous speed.
Scene cuts inside the vehicle. Turns out lots of people are crammed in there. The lightning has energized not just the car, but also their sex drives, and a spontaneous orgy erupts. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, okay.
Now, for the pièce de résistance, my lovelies. Some of these old reels still have semi-legible labels. Give it your best shot. Sex me up a title.
Romancing the bone.
Poetic, beautiful, seductive. Just the way your Eidolon likes it.
This is so stupid.
Oh, I see you have some beauties of your own with you. What do you think? Could one of your gorgeous friends star in our premiere? Wouldn't be long, I promise.
Yeah, sure. Who do you want? The clown? The mime? The dog? Oh, how long would you need our companion for?
Oh, just for a hot minute, darling. They'll be right back with you. Girl Scouts honor.
Well, what do you say, Lucia? How about it?
Ugh, not in a million years.
Yeah, that is fair. That is very fair. Scotchbo, want to be a star?
Huh? Oh, sure. Why not? What are we doing?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Knock him dead.
See, my friend, some would just see a smelly hobo. Me? I see raw, untapped charisma, panache. A job well done, you. Okay, everyone, places. Our audience awaits. What's that? A script? Darling, we don't need those.
Wow, that was something, Rangers. Don't ever let me forget. What were we talking about?
Now, don't you think your 80 would forget your dues? You've been such a big help, Sugar Pies. So here's your reward. Come talk to me later to see how we got on, okay?
I'm gonna go.
Ah, push it. Push it real good. Scotch mode. Stuff of legend.
Guns sanctified with blood. Blood sanctified by guns. Guns sanctified with blood.
Yes, okay.
sanctified
Bloody
by
gun, blood gun. So, I'll say this. That was really stupid. But it was also pretty entertaining. I actually love the fact that Eidolon considers herself to be this great seductress and, creative genius, when she's really just basically doing the equivalent of, like, a Mad Libs porno. It's like that game where you take fortune cookies, and then you just add the words "to bed" to the end of every single fortune. Only, in this case, you then declare yourself a genius and clumsily hit on everyone within a 40-mile radius. Oh boy. Wasteland 3. Anyway, I'm going to need some time to recover from that, so let's hit that pause button. I'll slim down our inventory, take care of some shopping off screen, and we will pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Wasteland 3, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube and Twitch channels, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. As always, links are in the description.
What are we doing?